Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm StarofWisdom,
This is Asa.
and it's Pokemon.
It's time for the weekly chatter.
The black and white Pokemon. I'm in the gym. I have just an Excelgar. We're gonna just go through the gym. That's all I'm gonna do.
You should start a video sometime with your audio sync.
Start it with my audio sync? That
Yeah.
would be incredibly boring, I think.
Or you should just do like
Just
a whole
lots of
video where you...
Counting.
It's just like 10 seconds of counting to 3.
I've considered, like, once in a while, just starting, like, including an outtake or a beginning conversation at the end of a video or something. I guess I had the one part in one of our recordings where you were doing your vocal warm-ups.
Oh yeah, I forgot to do those. That's why my voice sounds so bad this episode.
I guess we've got a lot of topics of conversation. So oh, there's a trainer in this car. Hopping right into it. On episode 7, we got some topics from Sam, the coolest fish.
Hey.
And first one is favorite and least favorite shiny Pokemon.
Ooh.
And I think I was just talking about this on the stream the other day. I think he might have actually asked me this on stream. Anyway, it came up and I went through a bunch of shiny Pokemon and was looking at which ones I liked and which ones I didn't care for so much. It's hard for me to pick a exact favorite, but if I was forced to pick one right now, why did that Ninjask live? I'd probably just go with the shiny Sinistea because I'm looking for it and it is never ending. There are other shiny designs that I also really like, but that one in particular stands out to me as like that is a favorite for sure.
Yeah, this is a good question.
Yeah.
I'm not super, like, don't get me wrong, I've definitely seen shiny Pokemon that stand out to me. I just don't like, my brain doesn't keep space for those.
Yeah, it's sort of hard to like think of them just off the top of your head.
But that said, off the top of my head, I mean, shiny Rayquaza, can't really go wrong.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I also not a hot take, but Golden Magikarp just is cool.
Yeah, I agree.
My only gripe with that is that Gyarados is red. I don't know.
Yeah, it's not very fitting. And also the fact that you can guaranteed catch Red Gyarados, or encounter Red Gyarados in the Johto games makes it less exciting. If it wasn't a guaranteed catch, I think Red Gyarados would look a lot cooler. But because it's kind of a common shiny.
Okay, I should have done this before I got into combat. Oh, well.
But yeah, no, I would agree. I would just say that in general, my favorite shiny forms are ones that drastically switch up the shiny form to make it look either cooler or more fitting for the Pokemon itself.
Yeah. Also, I do like, I don't even know the name of the Pokemon, but that turtle guy in England region. British region.
Choodle and Dreadnought.
That looks like Bowser.
Yeah, like that one's really good when it's shiny because the green coloration is very fitting for it being a turtle.
Well, also looks like Bowser.
You're right, and it's Bowser, yes.
So those little shadows, on the bridges that can sometimes be Pokemon, that's an encounter, right?
Yep, as long as you don't already have another encounter on that area.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, those are an encounter. I have to go back and heal up. As far as least favorite shiny Pokemon, again, I don't have a concrete one that comes right to mind, but a lot of shiny Pokemon, especially in Gens 1 and 2, are just either brown or olive green or this really bad color of pink. And a lot of those they don't fit the Pokemon at all because
those colors don't fit anything.
Right. The ways that shiny... Well, I mean, I like the brown on shiny Shiinotic because it, like, brown and yellow is, like, a mushroom. It actually looks like a mushroom, so it fits. But a lot of the shiny forms in Gens 1 and 2 were just determined by randomly inverting color palettes. And, like, there was just some function that they ran it through. They were like, all right, you have these colors. When it's shiny, it changes it to these. And it's just random. Whereas nowadays, shiny forms can be a little bit more intentional when they're designing them. So, yeah, I would say that
Pokemon?
In general, just the the very olive green shiny forms are my least favorite.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I feel like this is the sort of thing, even more so than favorite, that doesn't stick with me because there's so many that I don't like.
Yeah, there's a lot of really... Also, the shiny forms that are, like, they barely look different. Like shiny Pikachu.
Yeah, those are dumb.
Pretty lame. Yeah. So yeah, I like shiny forms that stand out. And that stand out for good reasons. And I dislike ones that are just pea green.
That's good.
So yeah, good question. The second question was, what was your first starter?
Ooh,
Pokemon game. And I guess this comes back to what was our first Pokemon game. And I think our first Pokemon game was probably Blue, right? Because I had borrowed that from a friend, and
quote
then
unquote.
we just never gave it back. So I just got a copy of Pokemon Blue.
I was talking with another commenter recently, Griffin, of course. We were reminiscing about how I, in a similar fashion, borrowed his Ben 10 Alien Force DS game. And he never got it back, but I don't know how to help him with that. I don't know where it is.
Okay, so Elisa's first Pokemon is a Slacking, and it's real not good. I'm hoping that I can take it out with another Venoshock. But yeah, so I think our first Pokemon game was... Oh dear, it's still alive. Oh, it's gonna kill me now. Was Blue.
Mm-hmm. And what was your starter?
I don't remember. I honestly...
Charmander.
Yeah, I feel like... Well, we reset it multiple times, and we probably picked different starters each of those times. So that one doesn't really count. I just can't quite... Oh, please don't start applying Sandstorm damage yet. Okay, good. Now I have a chance to heal. I'm just barely living... I should have bought more potions. I didn't realize I didn't have enough potions. Anyway, yeah, for Blue, that kind of doesn't count because we reset it. Oh god, why does Goldblum get aerial? This is so hard. This whole fight is just a problem. Oh god.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider Blue.
Yeah, so the first games that we actually bought... Oh, stop using Aerial Ace.
Platinum.
Yeah, Platinum. Well, and I had Diamond before that. And
That's true.
I forget... The same thing with Diamond, where I reset multiple... Oh, I should not have done that, because I can... Well, it's fine. Anyway, I reset multiple times, and I think the first time around I had a Turtwig, I want to say.
Yeah, that sounds right.
And then I think I reset again to get Charmander, but I can't remember for sure what exactly I did. But yeah, and I think when you were doing Platinum, did you pick Piplup?
Nope, I had...
Oh, right, no, you had Turtwig the first time.
Yeah, I had Turtwig.
That's right.
And,
oh, thank goodness her last Pokemon is a Kakuna. Oh, god.
Name was...
I still have to heal, because it could have, Flamethrower. But at least its stats are going to be bad.
I named it Twig.
Twig,
no,
I think...
That's probably not right.
It was either Twig or Razor.
Or Terra or something.
Terra, yeah. Anyway,
something
so...
dumb. For a while there, I just named my, Pokemon, some Latin synonym of, fire or grass or water. I have several starters that I just named, Aqua or Hydro.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't exactly remember what my first starter Pokemon was, but I've always been partial to fire types. Once I, finally picked... I think I eventually, on the run of Platinum that I actually finished, I picked Chimchar as my starter. And ever since then, I've pretty much always gone with the fire starter. Except for, Gen 5. I couldn't stand Emboar. So I just, I went with Superior in that one. But yeah, I was going to mention that because I don't exactly remember, I don't have a starter that specifically stands out to me as being yes, this was my very first Pokemon. I think a big reason of that is because even though Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum were the first mainline games that we played, the first Pokemon games that at least I was very into, and you were pretty into for a while, were the Mystery Dungeon games.
Oh, yeah.
So, and going on that...
You said even before Platinum?
Yep, even before Platinum. The first Pokemon game that, the game that actually got me interested in Pokemon was Explorers of Darkness. Right. Even though we had played Blue before that, and, I think we had cards and stuff. but the first like real Pokemon video game that I really got interested in was Explorers of Darkness. Mm-hmm. And when I did the quiz, obviously you don't have a starter Pokemon in that game because you play as a Pokemon. And the Pokemon that I played as, the one that I got from the quiz, was Torchic. Mm-hmm. So that's always been the starter Pokemon that I have felt most emotionally attached to, because I played through all of Explorers of Darkness with that.
Right.
And yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So yeah, another good question to go over starters.
What was your second starter?
Second starter. Well, by the time Heart Gold came around, that was where I was definitely in on, what do you call them? The fire types. So I went with Typhlosion, and or Cyndaquil, and I really liked Cyndaquil. Oops, no, I don't want to buy any.
I've flip-flopped between grass and water, I believe. Or I did when I played Pokemon games more regularly.
Mm-hmm.
Just because you always chose fire. I never wanted to... what does Doom Desire do? That seems ominous.
I think it's just a 2-turn steel type attack. It's really powerful, but I forget if it does recoil damage also.
Well, that's stupid of me.
I don't remember exactly what it does. Anyway, the second part of Sam's suggestions were some voices for you to do. So
good.
So get ready. Number one,
warm-ups.
You're gonna get, so for each of these, you're gonna get 5 seconds to prepare, and then you have to do the voice, and then we're gonna move on.
Wait, these are rules that you're making?
Yes.
Oh, is Sharon gonna stalled a long time last time?
No, this is because we have a lot of questions to get through.
Well, guess what? I'm stalling anyway right now.
Okay, first voice is Gilbert Gottfried.
I don't know what that guy sounds like. So
I don't know either.
Here's this. Here's this. Here's this instead. I think it's...
Oops, I didn't need to use that. Oh, dear.
Okay, I will make a note. I will write it down. Gilbert Godfrey, research the voice. And I'll get back to you, okay? This sounds like
voice.
It could be Gilbert.
Second voice, Batman.
I'm Batman.
That's decent. That sounded decent.
That's just low.
Yeah, but I mean, particularly because of the microphone, I think.
Hate the Joker.
It sounded decent.
I really hate the Joker. God, I hate the Joker. The Joker's really... Oh, God, I hate him.
And finally, a fictional character of your choice.
I have 5 seconds to choose?
Yep.
Youngster Kenneth. I'm fighting Youngster Kenneth, so... Alright, Sneasel. Go! I'm Kenneth.
This is why we need voice acting in Pokemon games.
Yo.
And you got a Hydreigon. Neat.
I'm Kenneth. I will send out my Sneasel and immediately withdraw it and send out my Volcarona.
Okay, just has Bug Bite. That shouldn't do too much damage. Every single Pokemon I encounter is just like, alright, is it good against Excelgar? Kind of. But unfortunately, Excelgar...
A lot of things are good against...
Yes, a lot of things are very good against Excelgar.
Ooh, my wish came true.
Alright, well, oh man, it's got a bee barrel. How many Pokemon does this guy have?
There's a bee barrel?
Yeah, it's a barrel of bees.
I was doing the one vine. Everybody knows and loves that vine.
Don't know what vine you're talking about.
There's a bee.
No. I am not familiar with that at all.
Okay.
I have no idea what this is. Not that I have watched very many vines, so this isn't a huge surprise, but... Why can't I beat you, says Charon. Well, a lot of other people can beat me.
I could reenact the vine, but I wouldn't be able to do it. So, look up, there's a bee. Oh crap, okay. I keep going into fights with my new rabbit Pokemon. And I forget to take away its black sludge.
Why is it holding black sludge?
It was really integral in getting its health down to actually...
Okay. That's pretty funny.
Mach
all right.
Punch. No, Rogero, no. Alright, he's okay.
Oh, now I've got to do a Pokemon battle? Oh, please heal me up first.
Oh, Rob
yes,
Zero.
thank you. Okay. Alright, good thing I get to have Charon joining me on this battle, because otherwise I wouldn't get to do a double battle. Preschooler Sarah and Billy. They have an Emolga and a Krabby. Yeah, that's not going to end well for you guys. And, well, okay, Charon only has a Fungus, so this could actually be real bad. Let me just rock slide real quick. Yes, so the next question is from Griffin, and it's a number of questions. I'm just going to read them off real quick here. The topics to discuss are Al Capone's most memorable features, opinions on laissez-faire capitalism, most iconic murders committed by the Chicago outfit, speakeasy growth contributing to women's rights, and the farming industry's head start on the Great Depression. What I will say about all of these is that I know nothing about most of these. So
I didn't do research. Yeah, I didn't.
I briefly Googled what is laissez-faire capitalism. I was oh god, I'm getting hit by a powerful attack.
No government, right?
When did I get magma stormed? Yeah, it's essentially the idea that government should not be involved in regulating businesses. Which my opinion on that is that's a bad idea, because that's how we get these enormous corporations that have way too much power, and it's stupid. So that's my opinion. Is that that's a bad thing.
Not sustainable. It wasn't a good idea in the 30s or whatever.
And basically, also the theory that I saw, the way I heard it described on Google is like, it's a theory that if governments aren't as involved in the way that businesses interact with the economy, it's better for businesses. And I'm like, yeah, it's better for the businesses if they aren't regulated. That doesn't mean it's a good thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, so just to get back to all the questions in general, is that honestly, can't comment on most of these things. They are interesting topics of conversation, and I would suggest that if you, as a viewer, are interested in hearing about them, go check out Griffin's stream at the Droning... Shoot, what was the second word in his stream?
Droning Gallery.
Droning Gallery, yes, the Droning Gallery, and pose these questions to him, and he might have some interesting commentary on that. So go on over, watch some Hearthstone, and let him know we sent you.
Wait.
And that's my very convenient way for not answering the question.
I have some things to say about those questions.
Yes, I know you had a couple things. Yep.
But really quick, when you're editing this, or wait, never mind.
Okay.
Is this shiny Marowak? What does shiny Marowak look like?
Probably green.
It's kind of green. Maybe under the...
Did it sparkle?
I wasn't looking.
Okay.
So... I don't know.
I mean, you can always catch it, and then if it's not shiny, you can release it.
I mean, it's a trainer's Pokemon, so...
Oh, yeah, that would really suck if a trainer got randomized.
I don't really care. I don't want a Marowak anyway. I'm happy with my Baniri. I just need to remember to, after this fight, finally get its Black Sludge taken away. It's got some good moves.
It's just been dying to Sludge this whole time. Why did they think that?
Drowning in Sludge.
Oh, I could sell berry.
This is more of a question. What, wasn't Al Capone known as Scarface?
Oops, I didn't mean to sell that for 20 Poke.
That might be a different...
I don't know. I honestly really just don't know much history in general. And when it comes to really specific stuff like this, I definitely can't tell you really anything about it. So
okay. Well, I'm just going to answer this question based on...
Blair on no.
Like, most memorable features of Al Capone, this would be the most memorable feature I can think of if I was describing him to the police, right? Like, okay. We gotta identify, and I think it'd be a scar, I bet. Because it wouldn't be that
He probably has a scar. That's the... Okay.
I think his name's Scarface, and I don't know why, but I can only assume it's because he's probably had a scar on his face.
Good answer.
And then really quick run through the questions again, just to see if I have anything to say.
The Chicago outfit. Most iconic murders committed by the Chicago outfit.
I mean, this isn't like my personal opinion, but probably the best one would be, or the most iconic or well-known one would be the Valentine's Day Massacre.
That's the best murder.
That's the best. Ooh, that's a good murder.
That murder gets me every time.
That Chicago outfit, you know. Boy, were they a couple of ne'er-do-wells, but boy, do they know how to commit a murder.
That's one way to put it. All right, is this drawbridge? Driftveal Drawbridge. All right, yeah, this is a new encounter area.
Ooh, name this the one that
goodness.
Ace finally finds something in a trash can, because I finally found something in a trash can.
I need to find something. Come on, Shadow. Because I definitely need another encounter.
Okay, what did he just say? I wasn't looking.
Are there? Oh, there's one. Please, please, please. Okay, it's just gonna give me random items. All right, I gotta run around on this bridge for a little while. So yeah, if we don't have any other opinions on these number of questions, thank you for throwing them out. But just I want to like set a precedent that I'm not gonna be doing any particular amount of research for these episodes.
No.
that's I'm here to play Pokemon. If you want to suggest things for us to talk about, that's great. But when it starts feeling like homework, that's where I'm gonna dip out.
I mean,
these were very interesting topics of conversation, though.
Sure, yeah.
I am not prepared to comment on.
I mean, I didn't even finish listening to the
Taylor Swift album.
So, wait, what are we doing here?
Okay. We also have a number of questions from Zach.
Hey.
So the first one is: you become a celebrity, but your name is determined to not be Hollywood material. So what's your new name?
That's not hard to believe for me. What's my new name?
Yeah.
Flynn Marlin. I looked this up already.
Any particular reason why
Hopefully
that?
there's no way to like reverse search get my real name, my real full name. But there's a website. But yeah, that's it. No, I have no choice in the matter.
Okay. Okay. This is hard for me because I'm particularly attached to my name, and I personally think that if I were going to become a celebrity with this name, it would be determined to be Hollywood material. But that is not the question. The question is that it is not determined to be Hollywood material. So, I honestly am not sure. I feel like I'd have to go with. I would pick like names that are just other words that sound really fancy. Like I'd end up being someone like Moongrass Meadow or something.
Moongrass Meadow? What is that?
I don't know. Just random words that I strung together. But it would just be these. I'd pick words that were associated with whatever my brand image was going to be. So like if I got famous for a specific thing, I would have my my name to be associated with that be something related to that thing, if that makes sense. So that's the thought process, but I would have to know what I'm famous for to know what the name would be. But it would be something along the lines of Moongrass Meadow.
The question in particular said Hollywood material, right? So I'm assuming it's
like a movie star, yeah.
Acting.
Also, my encounter here is a Baltoy, which is cool. I just hope, I should be able to catch this thing, right? So yeah. Again, I didn't really give a very specific name, but in the interest of not being stuck on any one topic for too long, I'm not going to sit here and... We all know I'm bad at thinking of names, right? This is this is one thing that we have learned from Pokemon series that I have done, is that if one thing trips me up... Alright, the next one is, if you could use an Uno card in real life as many times as you like, would it be better to have the skip or the reverse card?
Reverse.
Reverse. I think that's true.
I've been getting through my life without having to skip things.
Yeah, I think
sorry.
It's dangerous.
Randomizer just went down to 1 hit point from close combat from a Haunter.
Oof.
Ooh, and then he totally came back from it and created the Leaf Blade.
Nice.
Oh, what a sucker.
What do I name this?
You thought you could take down Rogero.
I'm gonna name it Chocolate Chip.
Ooh, Defend Order. I can learn
Actually,
the
do I want
best
to be
equipped
Chocolate
move.
Chip, or do I want to be... What do I name this Baltoy? Okay, Claydol could be... I'm gonna name it Chocolate. Chocolate's a good name for Baltoy.
Chip. Hey,
Well,
Chip.
yeah, I was kind of thinking Chip, but I like Chocolate better. Okay, I finally have another Pokemon, so that's good. And I think this one is usable. Let me just see the stats on it. Yeah, I agree. I think having a reverse card, although... Oh, it's holding an item. It was holding Heal Powder. Yay. I think that having... Wow, it has not good moves. Although it does...
Having the ability to reverse something is a little...
it's a little bit dangerous to that you'd start relying on it, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't
but,
want to rely on it or
yeah.
get to that point. God dang it.
Also, but yeah, I think that it would be risky that you'd start relying on it, but it would also be way better to have in a bad situation than not to have. And I feel like skipping stuff is just about convenience, whereas being able to reverse stuff is actually like really powerful.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my opinion on
Agreed.
Uno cards. Okay, you're the last person on Earth. What do you do with the remaining time of the human race?
Wow.
So as in, like, as the last person, what do you do, considering that you are the entirety of the human race?
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
I think that's the question.
I mean, so we're saying here that there's no way that you're gonna be able to fix any of the situation that got you here. You're just the last person on Earth, and deal with it. In some ways, a blessing. You have the entire planet to yourself. In some ways, worse, because you have the entire planet to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd just like hang out and probably. I mean, see, that's the question. Is like, what is really worth doing with that time? Like, I was gonna say I'd just read a bunch of books, but
You can
for
do
what purpose?
anything you want.
It's just
that
yeah.
sounds
It would.
good to
I
me.
think it would be purely entertainment based because, you know, assuming I can forage for whatever supplies are left over and I'm not like in some sort of danger. At that point, if I was the only person left on the planet and it was literally just me trying to survive, I feel like there isn't really any point in trying that hard, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like if it came down to it was just me, the only source of food I was gonna have is if I set up like a farm. I'd be like, you know what? No, thank you. I'm not gonna do that. But assuming that I have like supplies and resources where that's not an issue, it would just purely be, you know, whatever I find to keep myself entertained. And that's pretty much what I do.
Right. I mean, I've been thinking about this question actually all week since it was posted.
Yeah. Or actually, I have another answer, but go ahead.
Sure, no, go ahead.
Well, I was thinking I would do whatever I could to, like, see what is left of the rest of the world. Because that's a big thing that I just can't do, is travel. And, I mean, if I'm not going to be doing anything else anyway, there's got to be, like, some really cool landmarks and stuff that I could still just go see and get to experience. And especially with no other people left on the planet, you know, that's all that's left is finding experiences for yourself. So, yeah, I would make a point to, like, go just see places that are well known.
Right. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, right? Everything that you do in your life is... I'll phrase it like this. Everything you do in your life that you don't really feel like doing is still something that you have to do in order to do the things that you do feel like doing.
Right.
And that's a really abstract way of saying you have to work to make money because you need money to do things, essentially. Not everything, but a lot of things.
A lot of things, yeah.
This is this hypothetical is taking one entire aspect of that, the fact that you have to work for things, technically out, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they would be very difficult, like, talk about going overseas to see stuff.
Oh,
it's
yeah.
not like,
I mean,
like that would still, you'd have to, like, learn things to get there. So you have to work for it in that sense. But, yeah, you're not, like, spending time working for the sake of working.
Yeah, you're not limited.
Take everything. Yeah, exactly.
But, yeah, I mean, so myself, or I am I think, sometimes overly conscientious person, and I promise I'm not trying to, like, make myself look good. I would probably, just knowing myself, I would probably spend a couple of years, at least, as long as I can, like, whoops, that's not what I wanted to do. As long as I had food, assuming, you know, like, the stores of food last me that long, that I just find in random places, I would probably go around and just, like, try to figure out how to shut... What's up?
My encounter for the cold storage is a Metagross.
Whoa.
If I can catch this, I think I will be okay. It's only level 21, but it's also a Metagross.
The episode where things turn around?
Oh, it's gonna kill my Boltoy.
Oh, it's got Raikou.
Please don't kill my Boltoy.
I'm in the cold storage too.
Yep. I've got my high-leveled Excelgar now. I'm making my progress.
I don't think I've had an encounter already.
I absolutely need to catch this thing.
I would probably spend a lot of time trying to, like, shut down everything as part of human society that wouldn't just eventually shut down on its own.
Sure, I think that,
like,
yeah.
If I'm gonna die, you know, if I'm gonna die eventually,
right.
I don't, like, I want, and again, like, to deal with, like, Europe or anywhere else that's not on this continent, I will likely never get to. But
here's the thing: if you, like, let's say starting right now, you still have the rest of your life ahead of you.
Right.
Like, you could have time to potentially learn how to sail a boat. You know,
yeah,
there's still resources to learn how to do things.
Yes.
So
I would spend my time. First off, the first thing I thought of when I thought of this question, god dang it, this sucks. Torment is the worst. I would try to go around to all the animal shelters and let the dogs out.
Yeah.
You know.
Right. No, that makes a lot of sense.
I would let the animals out. I would go to zoos, and that's a little dangerous, but just because I don't think I could live with myself if I, like, didn't do that.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, you don't want to just leave things abandoned and stuck in positions.
Yeah, especially when it's due from human causes. You know, it's like, I'll let them out and probably I'll let the animals out. Lions, you know, those pesky lions. Should have killed them all.
This Metagross is gonna kill me. It howled like 2 or 3 times and now it leered me.
What is this? Yeah, so, I mean, that's what I do.
Yeah, no, that's a really good plan.
But yeah, that's not what I necessarily... I mean, it is what I'd want to do, you know, but it's not, like, what I... Like, if all that stuff was already taken care of, if that wasn't a worry for me, I wouldn't be doing that. I would, I have no idea what I would do. I'd probably go out and live in the woods.
Right. I mean, yeah, it's pretty much what all of existence comes down to, is just hanging out. I had to run away from the Metagross. It howled so many times, I was afraid it was just going to murder me.
I don't know. I mean, there's the Mercy Claws, though, right?
Well, no, because now I have 2 Pokemon.
Oh.
So if it kills... Oh! No! Please, Houndoom. Oh god, chocolate! I accidentally ran into a battle against a wild Houndoom, and I'm not healed up, so gotta heal up my chocolate. Good thing it only has wing attack. I need to either run away or kill this thing. Actually, wing attack isn't that bad now that I have Baltoy. I might be able to beat this. Oh, phew. Okay, good thing I avoided bot. But yeah, no, it's definitely an interesting thing to consider. Mm-hmm. I could have used Clear Smog to. I could have used Clear Smog to reduce his attack, but that would have been so risky. Every second that I stayed in that battle. Also, I ran out of Ultra Balls, so the chances of actually being able to catch something there were very low.
Right. That's too bad, though.
Yeah, Metagross would have been so good, but it's got a very low catch rate. So, the chances of actually having it were slim. Okay, so yeah, that's stuff about being the last people on Earth. The next one is Disney responsible for COVID-19? Think about it. And my first thing here is, the more things that I can blame Disney for, the better. Because Disney is behind a lot of real bad stuff. Just gonna put that out there.
Yeah. I mean, in regards to COVID-19, I don't know if they're responsible, but I don't think they're helping, right? There was something recently where they like there were a ton of people at Disney World or Disneyland, one of the two.
Yeah.
And they should be shut down.
Yeah, no, I agree. I would say I don't know necessarily if Disney is responsible for it, but they certainly contributed to spreading it initially by perhaps not closing down as quickly as they should have, and they are continuing to contribute to spreading it because they have reopened. And if we look beyond just Disney parks also and consider like their, dominance in the entertainment industries and trying to get people to go to movie theaters and that pressure to get people to go back to work. And like Disney just needs the world to be operating and for them to be financially successful. And so they're really pushing in a lot of different areas of the world for things to happen when it's really not a good idea. So I don't think we can quite say responsible for it, because I mean, that would be implying that, like, they developed it or something, or, like, it's some sort of enormous conspiracy, and that's just very clearly not the case here. But I would 100% agree that Disney has played a large role in how bad the pandemic is.
Yeah. And
part of that is because they haven't been forced by a higher authority to be more responsible. And so because of that, they're like, I mean, if we can keep making money, we're going to stay open, right? And that's irresponsible, but hey, what can you expect of a giant corporation? Which gets back to the whole point of corporations need more regulation, more oversight, less power to just do what they want in the name of money. And it's like it's bigger than any one person. It's not even that there's like individuals at Disney there's individuals who probably don't want it to continue operating in its capacity, but it's like it's so big that it's its own entity. Yeah. And, people are kind of forced to keep it moving because of just the momentum that they have. And yeah, no, it's an interesting thing to consider, is just like, what responsibility do large corporations and businesses like that have in this pandemic, and not just, stepping down even without people telling them that they have to step down and like not be another factor of making things worse. Like, they could just do that on their own. They don't have to be told to do that. And the fact that it doesn't like absolve them of blame that they haven't done that by their own choice. It just shows that they really just don't care. And yeah. So that's Disney. Disney is, I don't trust them. Just in general. All right, last thing. You're standing in front of a trolley track, and you see that the trolley is heading toward 3 people. Change the direction of the trolley to just one person that is also on the somehow tied to the track. What do you do?
Wait, so it's already headed towards the 3 people?
It's the trolley problem. Yes. Okay, so it's going down a track. You got 3 people tied to the track. It's going towards those 3 people, but there's like a track change switch. You can pull it, and if you do, it switches it to the side track, which only has 1 person tied to it.
Okay. I mean, both groups were eventually gonna get hit by a trolley, right?
That's an interesting response that I haven't heard
they're
anyone
tied.
make.
They're tied to the tracks.
They're both eventually get.
So, I mean,
which one do you kill first? There's another trolley behind the first trolley.
Or shortly behind one. Yeah.
Okay. Well, no. The thought is that if you already, I think. Wait 1 second. I'm trying to make sure that this interior of the cold storage is not a separate area. I'm pretty sure it's the same place. The idea is that in the moment you can't do anything to untie these people, but after this trolley passes, you could go and untie whoever's stuck on either one of the tracks.
Sure.
So it is just a single trolley, and you're determining whether you're gonna let it keep going and hit the 3 people, but it's already on track to hit, or if you're going to do something to divert it.
I mean, maybe I'm just like psychopathic, but what's the quandary here?
That so you can pull the lever
already...
and it only hits 1 person instead of 3.
Right, but it's like you're choosing to kill that.
Right. So it's that the quandary is that if you do nothing, it's gonna hit 3 people, but it was gonna hit them anyway. Whereas if you intervene, it's only gonna hit 1 person, but you've intervened at that point and like made a choice that you're putting that 1 person's life before the other 3.
Yeah. Okay.
So.
I get it. No, I would pull the lever, switch it.
Yeah.
That's what I would want if I was the 1 person tied up, I think. And,
that's another interesting perspective to consider from, is like...
I mean, and it's also like you're choosing to kill 1 person, but you're also choosing to save 3 people.
Right, yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe if you were like, oh, there's too many people on the planet.
It depends on what your background is here, what your perspective is going into this
right
problem.
answer to this.
Right, and that's the problem, is that that's kind of my alternative answer. Zach and I talked about this in one of Emerald videos. And I think that the standard answer that most people go for is that, yeah, of course, you switch it to hit 1 person instead of 3, and even if you are saying that you're making a choice to kill 1 person, at the same time, you're also technically, even if, like, not pulling the lever is still making a choice not to pull the lever. Like, there is no not making a choice in that situation. Either way, you're deciding, I am going to pull the lever, or I'm not going to pull the lever.
Yeah.
So that's the standard answer, and that's where I think that the majority of people would agree that, yeah, it's probably better to redirect it to hit 1 person instead of 3. But my answer is that the question just isn't even fair, and under that belief that no one has a right to decide who gets to live and who gets to die, you could use that as a justification for not pulling the lever. Like, you could say, no, I don't get to choose, I don't know anything about these people, I don't know anything about the situation, I didn't ask to be here, I'm not gonna intervene. And that is, yes, I'm making the choice to not step in and make a difference here. But by not making that choice, I'm choosing not to pull the lever because I don't feel like I have that right to make that decision. And because I think looking at the aftermath of the situation, let's say a passerby, it's not like a passerby is going to be like, what the heck, why didn't you pull the lever? You could have killed 1 person instead of 3. They're going to be like, that is an impossible choice. That was an impossible situation you were in. And of course, we're not expecting that you would have done anything, Right. I think that's kind of just a bigger perspective on the question, that you know, it's asking an unfair thing, and that's why it's such a good thought experiment, is because it does put you in a situation where you're like, you know, it's not a choice that you want to have to make. Yeah. And in the moment, you know, I think that you could have totally different thoughts on everything. But yeah, because I was trying to figure out, like, is there a situation where it would be generally accepted to not pull the lever? And that was what I thought of, is like if I saw this playing out, if I saw someone standing at the lever and they just did nothing and they let it hit the 3 people, it's not like I'm gonna go up and blame them for not pulling the lever.
And maybe it just kills the first person if they're in a line. Maybe the first person stops the
first person stops it.
I've got a lot of new
that was another variation that Zach brought up. He saw one where it's a trolley going towards an infinite number of people on a track, and no people on the other track. And the reason why you wouldn't pull the lever in that situation is because if it's hitting an infinite number of people, eventually the trolley is going to get slowed down enough to the point that it stops, and there will still be an infinite number of people after it.
Yeah, well, maybe that one person who survives, if you did hit the infinite number of people, that's the person who's last on Earth. And
it all circles back. That's how we.
Always
that's how
does.
This whole situation.
I think the takeaway here is just don't drive trolleys.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, we could just say trolleys are an outdated method of transportation. Don't need them. We don't have any more trolley problems.
Don't linger near the trolley tracks.
Thought experiments are interesting to consider, for sure.
The trolley trader will tie you to the tracks.
Yeah. And there's all kinds of variations, obviously, but because Zach and I pretty much already went over them in the Emerald, I think we went over most of them in the Emerald episodes. I don't feel a need to go over it again. So with all that said, I guess we should probably start thinking about wrapping up the episode. Because we've been going for kind of a while, and we've gotten through all the questions. And we definitely didn't skip over any of them. That's a Zapdos. I'm just gonna finish up this Pokemon battle, and then we'll see where that gets me.
Okay.
Why does this random frozen guy worker have a Zapdos?
Oh, I didn't get an encounter in the cold place.
You didn't? In the grass?
I don't think so. Well, I don't know.
Did you go over and get any of? Did you get any of the items in the grass? Okay, nice. I just one-shot the Zapdos.
I got a pearl and a trash can.
Okay. Yeah, because there's just some random items lying around, but if you didn't pick them up, then you probably haven't. You know what? I can't risk Chocolate's life. I have to keep using.
That's a good thing to start on next time, is seeing what my encounter is.
Yeah, in the cold storage. I would assume you probably haven't gotten it yet. So yeah, I'm just gonna try to finish up. All right, nice. Got a nice crit on the Psyduck. My Excelgar is now at level 38. So nice. I feel like I'm at a point now where even if I get hit by a super effective attack, I'm just gonna outlevel it to the point where I can probably survive. But yeah, if you're in a good place to stop, I think we should call it there.
Sure.
And thank you everyone for watching. Thanks again for posting your questions for all of us. For the two of us to go over. Always adds to the conversation and makes it more interesting and enjoyable.
Conversation.
It is the entirety of the conversation. At this point, the Pokemon is just kind of happening in the background. But I'm happy with this episode because I didn't black out at all, so that's a step up, right?
It's brought to us by viewers like you. Thank you.
It is. All right. We'll see you next week.